Hi, this is Alfozia Nihar from At Home Tuition. Welcome to our session today. The topic that we are going to discuss today is basic properties of triangle. This is the continuation of the previous video. First property is the sum of the angles in a triangle is 180 degrees. This is called as angle sum property. This property is applicable in most of the problems. Second important property is the sum of the lengths of any two sides of a triangle is greater than the length of the third side. Similarly, the difference between the lengths of any two sides of a triangle is less than the lengths of the third side. This is the first statement and the first property of the triangle. Here is your second property. It deals with the lengths of the sides of a triangle. You could see the sum of the lengths and difference between the lengths. I have written the statement in inequality format. A plus B is greater than C. A, B, C are the three sides of a triangle. B plus C is greater than A. C plus A is greater than B. Now let me write the formula for differences between the lengths of any two sides. Does this make sense for you? This is for the sum of the lengths and this is for the differences between the lengths of any two sides. Differences will be less than and the sum would be greater than. Let us move towards the third property. The third important property is the side opposite to the largest angle is the longest side of the triangle and the side opposite to the smallest angle is the shortest side of the triangle. Please look at the figure. There are three angles A, B and C. Angle B is the largest angle because this is a 90 degree. You cannot draw other two angles greater than 90 degree. It should be lesser than 90 degree only. So this is the largest angle and the side opposite to it is the hypotenuse, is the largest side of the triangle. So AC is the hypotenuse. In this figure, angle A is the largest angle and the side opposite to it, BC, is the largest side of the triangle. I'll just draw that figure on the board. For the first triangle, AC is the largest side and for the second one, BC is the largest side. Both the sides are opposite to the greatest one. You can note down all these properties one by one. You'll be seeing the application of each of the property in finding the missing angles and solving the unknown angles. Now let us move on to the next property. All these properties plays an important role in solving the problems, both word problems and the equations. Consider this figure ABCD. An exterior angle ACD of a triangle is equal to the sum of the interior opposite angles. This is called exterior angle property of a triangle. Here ACD is the exterior angle to the triangle ABC. Am I right? According to the exterior angle property, ACD is equal to sum of the C, A, B and ABC. This is one of the important property. While solving the problems, we will be repeatedly using all these four property. You should be familiar with all the four property, angle sum theorem and this exterior angle property and the other two. These are the basic information you must know about the basic properties of triangles. Now let us move on to similarity and congruency in triangle. You have to be familiar with the similarity and congruency because that will be helpful for you in solving the proofs, theorems and the problems. Similarity means resemblance either in small factor or the larger factor. And congruency means the thing that is very similar to the triangles. If they are congruent, you can easily set that equal to, those two sides would be equal to. Either it could be sides or the angles. Figures with same size and shape are congruent figures. If two shapes are congruent, they remain congruent even if they are moved or rotated. Please note that even if they are moved or rotated. The shapes would also remain congruent if we reflect the shapes by producing a mirror images. Two geometrical shapes are congruent if they cover each other exactly. Figures with same shape but with proportional sizes are called similar figure. Do you understand the difference between congruency and similar? Figures with same size and shape are congruent. Figures with same shape but with proportional sizes are called as similar figures. They remain similar even if they are moved or rotated. The same property applies for both similarity and congruency. Hope you are clear between congruency and similarity. Okay, let us see what is the similarity of triangles in detail. Two triangles are said to be similar if the corresponding angles of two triangles are congruent and the lengths of the corresponding sides are proportional. So this can be written as, please consider the two figures that I have drawn on the board, ABC and XYZ. Triangle ABC is similar to triangle XYZ if the corresponding angles of two triangles are congruent. For example, angle A is equal to angle X, angle B is equal to angle Y, angle C is equal to angle Z, C and Z. Same way, let me write the proportionality of the lengths of the corresponding sides. This is for angles, now for the sides. This is the proportionality of the corresponding sides. If all these four properties work, we say that the two triangles ABC and XYZ are similar. These are the necessary and sufficient conditions for triangles to be similar. You could say that as yes, yes, yes. That is side, side, side criteria for similarity. Same way, side, angle, side, SAS criteria for similarity. Angle, angle, angle. We say it as ye criteria for similarity. Now let us see the necessary and sufficient conditions for the two triangles to be similar in detail. These are the three necessary and sufficient conditions for the triangles to be similar. Yes, 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 SAS and ye. We say these as postulates. Okay, let us see all these three one by one detailedly. Here is the statement for the first one, side, side, side. If three sides of a triangle are proportional to the corresponding three sides of the another triangle, then the triangles are said to be similar. Okay, let me explain you by drawing an example. Please look at the board. We have two triangles LMN and SQR. One of the angle for LMN is 80 degrees and two of the sides are 4 and 3. Same way, look at the other triangle. One of the angle is equal to 80 degrees and two of the sides are 6 and 8. Okay, here these triangles has to be similar only if it satisfies the condition. Let me write it on the board. Please note that angle L is same as angle Q. Same way, the side LM is equal to 4 and QR is equal to 8. 8 is the multiple of 4. 4 times 2 is 8. Same way, the side LN is 3. 3 times 2 is 6. We are having the same measurement for SQ. It's been increased twice. So the proportion can be written in this way. This is for one angle and two sides. Let me take one more example and show for SSS. I'm just taking an example with no angles, but the measurements of three sides are given, PQR and DEF. PQR will be similar to DEF if the proportion of the sides are equal. Let me write the proportions. Compare these sides. PR is 2, DF is 4, 2 times 2, and this is 3 times 2, 3 times 2. It's been expanded, or you can say that it's been multiplied by the factor 2. These sides are proportional. All the three sides, side, side, side. This is called yes criterion for similarity. Okay, the same way, let me write an example for SAS. Before that, let me write the statement. Side angle side criterion for similarity. If the corresponding two sides of the two triangles are proportional and the one included angle is equal to the corresponding included angle of the other triangle, then the triangles are similar. Let me draw the same example. One of the angles L is 80 and Q is 80. Okay, so A is satisfied. And look at the sides LN and SQ. Both are multiples of 3. Same way, LM and QR. Both are multiples of 4. The triangle, the sides of the triangle LMN is being multiplied by a scale factor 2. 3 times 2 is 6, 4 times 2 is 8. Now let me write the proportionality on the board. Angle L is equal to angle Q. Now for the sides, please note that one of the angle and two sides are corresponding. So the triangle LM, N and SQR will be similar. The property applied here is side angle side criterion for similarity. Now let's look at the third one. The third criterion for similarity is angle, angle, angle. The name itself will say you if three of the angles of the two triangles are corresponding, then the two triangles will be similar. If the three corresponding angles of the two triangles are equal, then the two triangles are similar. Let me show you one example. Consider two triangles TUV and PQR. Please compare the angles. Angle U and angle Q from the second triangle are same, 50-50. Same way, angle T from the first triangle and angle P from the second triangle are similar. Angle V from first triangle and angle R from the second triangle are similar, 65-65. So, for the similarity of these two triangles, the properties satisfied here are, these are the three conditions satisfied. So the triangle TUV is similar to PQR. Hope you are clear with these. In today's session, we were discussing four important properties, the basic properties of a triangle, and three conditions, the criterions for similarity, in detail. In our next video, we can see the properties, the criterions for congruency, and the area formula. And then we'll be discussing few examples on that. Hope you're clear with all the concepts that we discussed in today's video. See you in the next